best. It was Christmas Eve in the Pig and Ball Bearing pub. And the usual gang were there, pouring mess into their vino mucho colapso and brasso into their bitter beer. There was Pick-the-Nose Albert from Burnley, who talked with a terrible lip, and Squint-Eyed Lily, the budgie rustler, with teeth like a mouthful of dimps. Now, for those of you south of Manchester who don't know what dimps are, they're bits of cigarettes and you put them out in the Bald-headed Mabel was tickling the ivory and playing the piano as well. So the lid came down on her hand with a bang and we laughed like bloody hell. We were full of the Christmas spirits that night, singing a Christmas song just like tonight, when outside the streets was thick with snow, that usual bone-worked bomb. Then into the room came a tattered old tramp. "Merry Christmas to you all," he crooned, and he staggered at man like a man possessed, and fell head first into the spittoon. But we looked at the stranger in silence. His face told a story so old, and he'd no but a dishcloth and a sugar bag on to keep his Christmas crackers from cold. "You look like you could do with a drink, old lad," athlete's foot, and he bawled. "Aye, give me a pint of lunatic soup," he cried, "and I'll tell me sad tale to you all." Sad tale. I once loved a girl, she was handsome. To please her I tried all I knew, but she was false-hearted, and one moonlit night she buggered off with Manfred Crewe. Well, I swore if I caught him, I'd smash up his bike, and I'd stuff his pump up his vest, I'd rip up his cap and I'd stamp on his indelible pencil, and stuff his bike clips down nearest grid. They told me as he took her to Blackpool, on crossbarring his old rally bike, and they were living at 397B Railway Esplanade, and they were living as man and his wife. So I went on my pogo stick to Blackpool, and I searched that town through and through, but she was nowhere in sight, the love of my life, who'd run off with Manfred Crewe. Till I found her one night on the top of the tower, a-watching the rising sun. I threw off my Punch and Judy tent and exposed myself, cried, "Hey up, Mabel, what have you done?" Then I chucked him off the top of the tower, but as he fell, he threw his boots at me. But as he fell, his boots fell as well, because of the gravity. You can laugh if you want. "Well, Mabel," she cried, buckets of grief, crying, "I loved him far more than you. So fast as I was able, I threw off Mabel, after the man from Crewe. And they landed head first in an ice cream car, and frozen to death were they. And the ice cream man were an Italian, and he sold no more ice cream that day. As he finished his sad tale, his eyes fell down. And he let out a blood-curdling roar. For there, in a pool of beer, was a face on the barroom floor. He started sucking the puddle of beer, where the human face could be seen. It was bald-headed Mabel's reflection, and she let out a terrible scream. "Albert, my love, it's you," she cried. "You thought I was dead." But the ice cream didn't kill me, it merely severely chilled me and froze all the air off my head. Well, they flung themselves into each other's legs, and we all let out a cheer. This was even better. Then the landlord opened the blind box and bought us all a gill of stale beer. Now Mabel and Albert got married, and they bought a barbed wire shop. But the tale doesn't have an happy ending, because she just buggered off with man from Co-op. Thank you very much.